Good morning. Welcome to Jay's Intuition Check-in Congregation, where we talk about everything, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Huh. I sure hope so. Listen, right. Happy Memorial Day to everybody. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. I get it. If you're expecting packages today, you won't be getting them. If you want to go, like, this Memorial Day is really, really different. I don't remember in years previous having to deal with stores being closed on Memorial Day. So this is actually a first for me, which it doesn't make sense um, why they would do that, but they did. Um, but what does make sense is that it's Memorial Day. I confirmation. I gotta go get my coffee real quick. I'm on a mixed roller coaster today. I confirmation. Switching my camera from telling everybody on YouTube what the fuck is going on outside my house to a private company, 1833, where they can keep track of everything for me, and YouTube isn't trying to fuck up my get out of there, fuck it up, so that I don't have the evidence that I need. It's sad that it has to be this way, but I pay the fucking bills in this house, and I deserve to be able to be living in peace. I bust my ass at my job to be a good person and do my job to the best of my abilities, and you fuck me out of being able to fucking have anything out of it. What goes around comes around, and I'm gonna make sure they got enough evidence to fucking bring you down. You don't want to go to jail? Fix my shit. That's your choices. Prison or fix my shit. Did Italy ever get their power back on? Whew. Good job. Nope. I'm still missing one of my dresses. It's hard not to be aggravated. If it was you, you would be aggravated too. Like, I've been doing this for 5 years and I'm watching bitches be on here for 2 fucking months and they got all kinds of fucking subs. But you're making sure that and then, why won't you love me? Why won't you care for me? You're trying to do everything you can to fuck my world up, dude. Well, fucking crackheads. I mean, like, how much love do you want me to give to you when you're fucking crackheads and fucking my life up in the process? Acting like I'm not, like, this bitch is stealing my stuff. She's stealing my stuff. I'm sitting here doing readings in private and she's posting this shit as if she's the one doing it. You're going to prison. For every video that you copied off me, you're going to prison for 5 fucking years for every video you copied off me. If God gave you the fucking gift he gave me, you wouldn't have to copy off me. So stop playing. Good morning to everybody else. Not everybody's evil. But I needed to put that out there. I got to watch the race last night. That was awesome. Especially the last couple laps, dude. That was awesome. Watched the first two shows of the Dale Earnhardt series. That was ballistic, dude. I remember watching some of those races with my grandpa. And it was quite nostalgic, dude. I even remember growing up with Dale Jr., but didn't realize who it was until later. Like, watching that movie, I was like, oh, I remember him as a kid. But I didn't even, as a kid, us both kids, it didn't register. And now that we're older, I was like, oh, yeah, I remember seeing him. So that was cool. Oh my God. The only thing that I did not get to see yesterday when it comes to racing was Darrell Waltrip's "Let's Go Racing, Boys." Like, that's the only thing that was missing. Yes, indeed it was. What is he even doing these days? Is he still a caster? Oh, I love the Waltrip brothers, dude. I love the Waltrip brothers. He's still doing it. He's on Fox, though. He raced from 1972 to 2000 for Junior Johnson. Dude, it was... Look here. Boogity, boogity, boogity! Let's go, Racing Boys! Dude, I grew up with that shit, man. Oh my God, bless his heart. And Michael causing all kinds of fucking funnies for everybody through the years. I needed that. I really did. I needed that. It made me want to go back to Carolina, dude. Carolina. It did. Like, I want to go back to Martinsville. Mm-mm. Alexa, how far is Martinsville from Charlotte?
From Charlotte, Martinsville is 136.5 miles away by car.
Huh. I like Martinsville, dude. All right, so I have a couple new decks that we are working with. I know, but it's my fucking birthday, dude. And I saw a deck yesterday. I just had to have it. So I got it. I'm always saying I'm gonna quit, I'm gonna quit, I'm gonna quit. And then Daddy shows me pages and pages of tarot cards and oracle cards, and I'm just like, how the fuck am I supposed to quit with all them beautiful motherfuckers? So, and I'm going to have a proper kind of desk. And you got to get down from it. Probably 10 days. Because this right here just isn't working the way that I need it to. It's too flimsy. Alright, so today the cards that we are working with is Postcards from Spirit, Practical Self-Care Oracles, Elemental Empath, the Luminescent Oracle, and Practical Self-Care Oracle. Well, we're going to find out first what we need to discuss. Oh my God, let me see. Go say hi. I'm going you too. Go lay down. Your eyes look so much better, baby. Oh, you're so cute. I had to turn the humidifier off. It was too much moisture in the house, so I had to diet down some. Their eyes are starting to clear up. It's been about 4 days since I've had the humidifier on. Their eyes are clearing up finally. We're at the very end. So we're getting there. And yes, I am burning Palo Santos. That's the only incense that I'm burning. I forgot. I forgot that speaker picks up that music better than it does my voice. So, all right. I am. Oh, and Harmony Heart. This is the newest deck. I got this one for my birthday and this one yesterday. Uh-uh. No, I've been to Charlotte. Charlotte's too busy for me. Martinsville is perfect for me, dude. It's got its spot where it's busy and its spot where it's quiet. You guys lay down for me, okay? All right, so we're gonna save the postcards and the angel message for the end. They will go together. And it looks like this is about your money. This isn't about relationships. This is about your money. So if you're here for a romantic relationship, a romance, it ain't gonna happen. Because we're talking about money. Money, money, money. All right, financial goals. Set and reach your financial goals to achieve financial stability. Ooh. You may be, as I said, that this was the card that was hidden, which what I should have said is let you know there's something you don't realize is blocking you from being able to have new opportunities. And it's you may be holding on to a relationship that has already run its course, causing emotional stagnation. Opportunities. New opportunities are coming your way, offering a chance for significant progress in your personal or professional life. Then we have courage, aim, and adoption. It's going to take courage for you to move forward and accept situations for what they are and move on. Um, I can tell you for me right now, I don't know if I'm supposed to keep doing this job or not, or if I'm supposed to let it go and let something else come in because I just don't feel the same way about it as I did. Like, you guys really beat the fuck out of me while I was trying to love you, and I just it's hard for me right now to want to give a fuck about it anymore. And I can't help it. I know I'm not the only fucking reader out there, but like I don't think any of you have ever dealt with the shit that I have dealt with that you have watched me go through. 5 years I have posted on this motherfucker. And I've watched so many of you not even be on here for 60 days, literally copying words out of my mouth and making thousands of fucking dollars. It just doesn't make any sense to me. And it's like, why am I trying so hard to fucking be an inspiration and people beat me the fuck up? It just doesn't make sense to me anymore. I love doing this. I just don't love doing it for the people who fuck me over anymore. I just don't love doing it for YouTube anymore. I don't love doing it for social media, period, anymore. And I can't help it. This is something that I've been dealing with for probably a couple months. That I don't have it in me to fight with you anymore over this shit. Like, I'm trying to be about God, and you're a bunch of fucking karmic ass bitches trying to say it's okay for you to ruin your fucking lives and ruin other people's lives because you're ruining your life. And it's not right, dude. A bunch of fucking alcoholics and fucking crackheads out here thinking it's okay to tell somebody who's trying to be a better fucking person in their life that it's not okay for them to do that. And then it's okay for you to block me from moving forward because you don't want to grow up. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, and it you can tell the difference in the readers too. And it's not just readers, it's famous people, it's law enforcement, all thinking, oh, well, we should be allowed to fuck our life up. It doesn't bother anybody else. Yes, it does. That daughter that wishes that she could have her father around for longer than what he's going to be around, but he has liver disease because he wouldn't put the beer down. That mother that's taking care of her kids by herself because her husband won't let go of the fucking crack rock. So he hangs out with the fucking homeless all day when he should have had a job. That affects other people. It's not me being judgmental. It's me showing you reality. You want to come up with all these excuses as to why it's okay for you to be stupid. And it's not. It's not. It's never gonna be okay for you to be stupid. I don't give a fuck if you got a third grade education or you got 10 fucking college degrees. If you're out here doing drugs and out here partying like a motherfucker and not taking responsibility for your life, you're stupid. This is Memorial Day. Today is Memorial Day. And you know what? Let me tell you a little story. I'm going to tell you my military. Get your butt down from there. I went to boot camp January 19th, 1994. I left for MAPS that morning. I still had weed in my system. I still had weed in my system. And so I was golden seal, golden seal, golden seal. That shit fucking worked. Not gonna lie. That shit fucking worked, dude. And it didn't just work for me. It worked for a whole fucking handful of people because there was a bunch of motherfuckers that were partying the day before and everybody passed their fucking drug test the next day that took the golden seal. And it was the scariest thing to this day I believe I've ever went through. You get on this plane, and I went to Orlando. A bunch of us went to Orlando. Some people went to Great Lakes. Only guy, like, Orlando was your female and male, and Great Lakes was all male. And they were getting ready to change it into, they were thinking about changing it into co-ed, but they like really did want to be able to keep an all man's base, and they were closing down the boot camp in California. While I was there, California or Texas, one of the two, they were changing stuff around so they can compact the boot camps. Anyway, I got set back 3 times. I'm not big on people telling me what to do. I'm grateful that I did. So I had 3 different companies. The first time I got set back, let's just say that me telling on people is something most recent for me. For years, I believed that people's business was their business and not mine to tell. Unless it was hurting somebody. And girls in the boys' dorm room didn't seem like a big problem for me. In fact, I thought it was fun to watch these fucking people wiggle around, getting away with it, 1855. But I didn't think it was a problem, so like I didn't say anything, and because I didn't say anything, I got set back 2 weeks. I didn't tell on her. When they came and asked me about her, I stood by her. And she got set back longer than I did. She had to cycle, and cycling is like exercises. Like they have you do like a round of 5 exercises, and you just repeat them over and over again until they tell you to stop. Keep doing this until I tell you to stop. Keep doing this for so many minutes. That was cycling. That's what they called cycling. And so we had to go through cycling. And I went to my new company. No big deal. They were receptive. Got into it with one of the girls. Imagine that, me not getting along with girls. Got set back again. This time I graduated. And I only had like 3 weeks left of boot camp when I got set back the second time. So my grandparents were pissed because they'd already made arrangements to come to my graduation, which they lived in Tennessee and we lived in Florida, and we were in Florida. So they weren't too happy or thrilled about me getting set back 3 weeks before graduation. But I did, and it's okay. I didn't lie, cheat, or steal. I just wasn't getting along with one of the girls, and we got in a fight, and I got set back. I don't think we even got in a physical fight. I just know that we got separated. Like they separated us and set us back. Um, and I graduated. I felt so good, dude. I felt like I was worth something. I felt empowered, dude. I met so many people, and my orders weren't ready after I graduated yet. So I had to go to the A school and wait until my orders were ready, which made me kind of want to stay there. Like, I was like, maybe I should go to A school. And they're like, girl, you got picked for the ceremony of honor guard. Shut up. I'm like, but they're like, no, girl, shut up. I was like, but. So I went to the ceremony honor guard, and I learned how to do ceremonies. I learned how to give tours on a decommissioned ship. I learned how to learned all kinds of stuff about ships. Like that's when I fell in love with ships. It was just I loved it. I loved the ghost stories. I loved the war stories. I loved everything about it. I loved being on that ship at night when there was nobody on it and you knew nobody was coming in for tours, and you could just sit there and listen to the waves hit the side of that boat, and it's just rocking, and you can hear the metal creaking, and it's the most somber sleep that I ever fucking had, dude, sleeping on that ship. Because when you had to do watch, you had to sleep on the ship that night, and so you did watch, I think twice a week. You had to stay on the ship, and the ship didn't go anywhere. It was decommissioned, so it was ported, but it still had to be watched through the night. And you don't watch it all night. Like there's a crew of three of you that stay on the ship afterwards, and you take shifts. You do 6-hour shifts, and if you fall asleep, you can get your ass in trouble. Don't fall asleep when you're on watch. Don't fall asleep when you're on watch. I watched some dude literally lose his fucking. He was getting ready to get uh get ranked again. He was getting another rank, and he's instead of him getting another rank, he got pulled because he fell asleep during watch. So don't if you're in the military or you're going into military, whatever, don't fall asleep if you're put on watch, man. They don't fuck around with that shit. But anyway, during that time, I learned how to do rifle ceremonies and flag ceremonies. I learned how to like twist it and everything. It was so cool. I wasn't on the drill team, but I hung out with the drill team, so they taught me how to do this stuff. But I didn't like learn how to do like professional like they did because I wasn't on the drill team. I was part of the tour team. Um, and like there was different parts. I was part of the tour team, and there was drill team, ceremony team. We were just the people like um that represent. We were the representation of the military. Um, I didn't go in there for that. I went to go to the Gulf War, but they refused to let me go. They refused to give me orders for that. Like, they asked me where I wanted to go, and I said I wanted to go to the Gulf, and they said they're not going to let you go. I'm like, why? They're not going to let you go. And so um, I tried out for the first women's um, team for the SEALs, and they wanted me. But as a matter of fact, them and the ceremony honor guard fought. The guy for the ceremony honor guard and the guy for the SEALs, they fought over me. And the ceremony guards, we spotted her first, so we get her first. I was like, okay. So that was good. That was good. My times in the water were good. That's why they wanted me so bad, because my times in the water were so good. Um, but keep moving forward. Military is not for everybody, but there's an honor code, and there's a you have no idea how different military life is to civilian life. It's different. You're not just living for yourself, you're living for others, but you have to make room to be able to live for yourself too. You're separated from your family. Your pay ain't worth a shit. It ain't never going to be worth a shit. Even if you become captain, it's not going to be worth a fuck. But you're giving up all of this to fight for the country you love. And a lot of members never make it home. That's what today's all about. 3221. I went through 3 companies just in boot camp. Within just a matter of months, some of the men that I graduated with and women were already gone because they did go to golf and they didn't get to come back home. That's a somber feeling to know that you're safe and secure in Washington, D.C., and people that you graduated boot camp with, they went where you wanted to go and they didn't make it back home. And so in that moment, you don't know if you are selfish for thanking God for putting you where you are now instead of where you wanted to go. In that moment, you feel ashamed of celebrating your life when you should have been over there with them fighting. It's not easy to deal with that. These were good people who lost their lives fighting for their country. They had families who loved them. Some of them had children that they went to the military for so they could provide for them and provide a surrounding of good people. We lost a lot of people in the Gulf War. We lost a lot of people. Mm. We had some people that in one in particular, good man. His guard duty was over and he got his new orders. He wasn't over there 2 weeks. He wasn't over there 2 weeks. Nobody ever wants to see that officer. Nobody wants to see that car pull up and see that officer. We didn't get that. Somebody, I don't know how we found out, but somebody he was close to was part of my crew and kept in contact with him afterward, after he left. For the 2 weeks he was still alive. It broke a lot of us for a minute. I don't think civilian people really understand what it takes to be in the military. I don't think you understand how much of our lives we give up for you to live yours. We don't get to be at home with our family every night. We don't even get to try building families until later in life for most people. And some people, they build a life that they know they're not going to be able to finish building. They're not going to be there to watch them grow. It's just a matter of some of them, they go in and they pray to God they'll be able to get out. But when you sign those papers, you know you may not get out. I knew that. I knew what I was doing when I went in there. My cripple was so mad at me. I got out. I was one of the lucky ones. I was one of the blessed ones. Because I didn't see war. I saw the repercussions. I lived in DC. So we got the people coming back from overseas, or wherever they were fighting, coming back over in the middle of their transition. Either they were getting care at Bethesda, or they were getting out and they're waiting for their release. A lot of, like, there was, it's, DC's a melting pot, dude, for people for many different reasons. I was located first at Anacostia, and then um, they moved me over to the Air Force Base. We started living at the Air Force Base. After you get out of training, because the Anacostia building is just for the training time, and then good morning. And then after the Anacostia, they move you over to the Air Force side, which makes really good food. No offense, Navy, but you should probably take some take some notes from the Air Force, because their food was delicious, and I was okay doing without the Navy. But anyway, um, no, the Air Force, they hired cooks. Like, there was cooks for the Navy too, where you learn how to do that stuff. But like, they hired outside sources for their cooks. It was good food, dude. And believe it or not, the whole time I was in the military, I was 120 pounds, dude. I was thin, dude. I looked really good. Uh, my body fat was down, everything. I looked good. I was really good. Anyway, um, I don't want you to know what it's like to go through what military has to go through. I want you to appreciate it. I want you to honor it, especially today. It's Memorial Day. People died for your freedom. They didn't get a chance to raise their kids. They didn't get a chance to get married. They didn't get a chance to grow old. They gave their life so that you could. And I think one of the ways that can be honorable is to start acting right. These are people that died in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. These were sons and daughters and brothers and sisters that voluntarily gave you their life so that you could have life. They played Jesus in your life. They gave up their life for you. And I know that after the military, I walked down roads I shouldn't have walked down. Don't think that I don't think about that every day, because I do. But I've grown. And in that growth, I feel like the best way to honor people is to live life right. They didn't get to raise their kids. They didn't get to have a life, dude. So throwing your life away on drugs and booze and careless sex and making decisions that are going to fuck your world up, that spits in their face. It says that their death was in vain. So they don't want you to be sad for them. They want you to live through them. They want you to be happy and feel free and comfortable and abundant, not just in money, but in love, honor, charity. If it weren't for these people, we wouldn't have what we have. I don't know about other countries or whether or not they memorialize the people that they've lost in the military, but I know in America, we're supposed to bleed red, white, and blue. And it don't matter what side of the country we're on. It don't matter how old we are. It don't matter how much money we got. We're supposed to be bleeding red, white, and blue and be honored to have the privilege of living in America and having people willing to lose their lives to make sure we get to keep it and have the freedoms we were promised. I wish that I could have stayed in the military longer than what I did, but God wanted different for me, and I had to accept that. But I'll never forget it, and I hold it close to my heart. It was the best job I ever had. Outside of this one right here, trying to help people, like, it was the best job I ever had, the best experience I ever had. If you have children that maybe you have issues with, maybe, they're lost, put them in the military. No, I'm going to tell you, every branch is different. Um, and if you don't want your child to go off to whatever it is, wherever country, I would highly suggest you just keep them in the Coast Guard or you put them in reserves. Reserves can give your kids opportunities that the average child cannot get. They can get to learn people, they learn discipline, they learn honor, tradition, and helpful skills. I would highly recommend that you enroll your children in JROTC. Like, especially if you're in the city and your kids have a choice between hanging out with drug addicts and doing that kind of stuff or hanging out with military brats. JROTC, man. Your kids will come home living, breathing honor. And you won't have to worry about them out in the streets causing anybody harm, including themselves. I highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. Um, I had that intention for my kids. My kids were all going to go to JROTC. I didn't get the chance to, but they were all going to go to. Yes, if it was good enough for me and it straightened me out, it's good enough for them. Um, Today, I want you to take the time to think about confirmation, what you have. Confirmation. I don't want you to think about what you've lost. I don't want you to think about what you don't have. I want you to think about what you do have. And I want you to think about, I want you to list all the freedoms that you have in this country, all the rights that you have. And I want you to think about all of the other people outside of this country that wish they could have what we have. And then I want you to remind yourself that people lost their lives for that. You should honor it. We're not perfect. We're not. Nobody's perfect. But once you know something and you don't change it, that makes you stupid. You don't want to be stupid. Honor these people. Love yourself as much as they loved you and still do. They're even gone. They're gone. They're not gone. Sky expansion. Befriend mind, inner freedom, expand consciousness. Without even reading this out of the book, like I usually do, it's time for you as a collective to acknowledge all that is and appreciate it. You're not here to be low vibrational. You're not here to fight with people. You're not here to be better than everybody else. You're here to make a difference that co-enacts with everybody else. You're not here to cause problems. You're here to make a difference. These people died for you because they believed in you. These people chose the life that they chose to protect you, to honor you, to love you, to be there for you, to do for you what you couldn't do for you. And they deserve your best in every way you can. As a person, as a member of a family, as a member of a teamwork, as a father, a mother, a brother, a sister, a member of your church service. Be the best that you can be. Stop doing all the stupid shit. Your first postcard. Dearest you. And these were covered. I didn't see these. I'm just flipping them out now. Selfless giving is an elixir so sweet and life-giving and amazing that it should be customary for everyday living. Right now, generosity is being asked of you. Let go of a debt, release an obligation, or do a solid kindness to someone for no other reason than as an exercise of the heart. You will be surprised how quickly a generous heart is repaid. We know it often doesn't happen in the immediate exchange, so temper your expectations. Know that life has an uncanny way of sending miracles, seemingly unrelated to your kindness, yet interconnected in magical ways. The more you act from generosity, the bigger your heart grows, and the more love and abundance you will experience. We also know that someone could be entering your life with a generous offer for you. Take it and trust. You are worthy and deserving of it. You have to receive, not just give. We love you so much over here. Dearest you, I have no idea, dude. I have no idea. But she's having these, uh, she's loving jumping on the top of doors and sitting on the top of doors right now. I don't know why, but she's trying to find her way to be able to sit on top of the doors. And she was doing it last night. Now she's trying to do it this morning. She's doing it the other day too. This closet, the bedroom door. Now she's trying to figure out how to get in that closet door. All right. Anyway, dearest you, did you know that when you stop fighting and accept everything exactly as it is right now, miracles start to happen? There's a freedom in this kind of radical acceptance. Let go of unrealistic expectations and see things as they really are, not how you'd like them to be. You'll be surprised at how everything seems to fall into place. When you refuse to accept things, life gets messy. You act messy, and your world stays in chaos, tension, and disarray. But don't try to force or change or manipulate circumstances. Instead, learn about what is in front of you and face it with your eyes fully open. 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 Then you can decide, stay or go, sink or swim, move or stay still. Acceptance is the key to freedom and opens the door to the real opportunities waiting to be discovered. Set yourself and others free. Loving you so much, always and forever. I used to drink. I used to do drugs. I still argue, and I have to work on that. And what was the reason for doing that stuff? Escapism. That's all it's about. It's a way to escape. So the sooner that you decide that God gave you a life to live, and it may not always go the way that you want it, but it does go in the way that it needs, you can put down the drugs, put down the alcohol, and life gets better after that. It does. And your inter-exchange of miscommunications and misconceptions, it gets thrown out the door. Because when you release that which can cause confusion, there is no more confusion. And being on drugs and alcohol does cause that problem. So I'm asking you guys today, like a preacher in a church at a funeral, are you ready to give your life to free world? Are you? Are you ready to say, okay, God, I'm ready. Take this pain away from me. Take this addiction away from me. Take this ugliness, this lack of desire to be a better person. Take this away from me and show me the way where I can bloom and be confirmation, ecstatic about who I see in the mirror. Take the shame away. Take the guilt away. We're not all supposed to be in the military. So don't think that for 1 minute I'm trying to tell you to go join the military. Listen, the military is not for everyone. Hell no, it ain't. Okay, so don't listen. The military is not for everybody. Um, but being clean is, and being happy is, being free is, being honorable is, feeling satisfied is. You didn't click on here for no reason. But I hope the message that you got out of this was it's time for a new season. It's time to honor those that we lost, giving us freedom by freeing ourselves of addictions, negativities, and things that are causing chaos when there shouldn't be. Trust your inner light to guide you through the unknown. You are never lost. You are always learning. Whatever it is you're going through, there's a God that loves you and has all the directions you need to get where it is that you need to go to be the best you can possibly be. Maybe the military is for you. Maybe it's not. But I know for a fact that your life can get better than what it is right now. And the best way to do that is to sober up. That's today's message. And I hope that it helps. I hope it encourages you to do what you need to do to embrace your life that God gave you for good. You know what that means right there, right? Daddy loves you, and so do I. And yeah, there's times where I just don't feel like coming on here because I just don't understand. But sometimes it's not meant for me to understand. It's just meant for me to listen and do as I'm told. And I'm glad I did. Have a great day. Enjoy your Memorial Day and eat a grilled burger for me too.